So could you share a little bit about how you see yourself as an influencer when it comes to the future of ag? And why is that so important?
Food insecurity, unfortunately, affects everyone in this nation as well as the entire world. Hopefully us as the youth raising awareness about this, people can pay attention to how prevalent this is affecting our community.
If we destroy our natural resources, our soil and water, our pollinators, essentially, we undermine agriculture and our own survival. Well, I see my position as kind of a thinker of different ways of doing agriculture, different ways of seeing how agriculture is done.
We, as individuals, probably are not going to feed the entire world, but it's more of a conquest as a group unit of what can we do to provide people with the food, fiber, and fuel they need. I think showcasing the ideals and the values of Bayer specifically in your case, but then also whatever organization we're attached to, is a way for people to see and to identify with what we're doing.
But the thing that I get to share with my native people is that agriculture is a lot more than just farming. It involves one of my passions of veterinary science. And I believe that without veterinary science, there wouldn't be the development of vaccines and immunizations, which leads to the health and welfare of animals. And without the proper veterinary care of animals, we wouldn't be able to feed America.
A lot of Americans do not know where their food comes from and the work put in to get from the farm to the plate. While it's easy to sit back and criticize, I think it's such a great opportunity to explore that world with those who don't get to experience that every day.
And you did a great job. Great answer.
Hi there, hello, hiya, howdy, however you may greet someone. Thanks for joining in this video series to help you feel more motivated to continue plans for National Ag Day. Well, that's the intention. These tips can really help you year-round, whatever holiday you may be celebrating. Earth Day, June Dairy Month, and everything in between. I'm Michelle Stengler. From being a 4-H member to state FFA officer, attending many AFA leaders conferences and institutes, and hold much respect to Manners members, these student organizations have grown me to who I am today, helping tell the stories of people in agriculture. Writer, podcast host, student, among many other titles, just like you. I am balancing many titles, but a dedication to help share the positive stories of agriculture, like you may be this National Ag Day. When planning anything or thinking about National Ag Day, take a step back and ask yourself, when someone says agriculture, what do I think of? Is it the way you grew up? Maybe on a farm, showing at the county fair, or living in an urban area, thinking of innovative ways to produce food? Or maybe it's about the friends you made at a conference or field day. What's so unique about agriculture is that it's so unique. And for this year's National Ag Day, you have the opportunity to share your story. Whatever connection to the space, you have a story to tell, whoever your audience may be. Are you trying to reach another young people in agriculture? Or maybe you're trying to reach a farmer. Or are you trying to engage with people your age that may not be as familiar with agriculture? Thinking about your audience can help you know the language you are using better and think through who are you ultimately trying to connect with. No matter upon your following, social media is one place to do it. And don't focus on how many people there are. On my agriculture advocacy account, I had a spam email to me saying that Positivity in Ag, the account, deserves more than 209 followers. Thanks, Instagram. You make me real feel good on the inside. But no, it's okay for me to have a small following. And a reminder for you, it's not all about the numbers. My perspective is if I'm impacting one person is seeing it, then I'm happy. There are many ways to connect with your audience, many platforms to use. It's a whole lot of pictures and videos to use. And I get that. It can be absolutely overwhelming. So let me share some ways you can connect with your audiences for National Ag Day on social media. Before I share some tips and tricks, there may or may not be a method to posting on different platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even Snapchat. While this video is not intended for you to choose what platform you will use, using content like pictures and videos can be used multi-platform. It may be as simple as changing the caption or modifying the graphic. But if you're already overwhelmed, it's okay to do what you think is best and try it out. Ways to connect with your audience. Let's get to it. One way to connect is to post reels. I use Instagram to post reels of recaps and on events. Taking people behind the scenes of what you do is a great place to start. What are you up to now? Goodness, you can even take a reel that you're watching this video. And no, it's okay to use videos and pictures from months ago, but be creative when you are and ask the question, how is this relevant to my audience today? And don't make the day the significance of what you're trying to highlight. Position it as possibly like this. My hashtag Ag Day journey, or this is why I go to college to help grow agriculture. Short videos, many people say, is where the algorithm is leaning towards. And there is sometimes too many hashtags can lower your score. Although I still use some and think through why would someone follow this hashtag before I use it. That's one way to connect with your audience. Another way is to just post on your feed. Pictures are a great way to do so. If you have a lot of pictures, like me, I feel you there. Sometimes using just one picture though is great. So keep that in the back of your head. On Instagram, you can post up to 10 pictures and could be a good note for the other platforms as well. If you're wanting pictures to scroll more of a story and wanting them to overlap, use the app Scroll, SCRL. Posting pictures of yourself is a great way to humanize your content if you're wanting to share agricultural related fun facts. So don't forget that. Really think about what content do you react to and why. Is it because it's relatable or something you didn't know before and thought it was interesting? Before you start making graphics, thinking through ways to connect, really think about that. Another way to connect with your audience is to engage with them. Be social. That's what social media is all about. It's not just about posting your own content, but it's about engaging with others too. Commenting on a post if you are in support of their thoughts, let them know how cool it is or what your initial thoughts were. Another way to socialize with your followers or who you're following with is answer their question boxes or the poll and the many other features on Instagram and Facebook stories. This is one way to get noticed by not only them, but their followers to then expand your reach with the posts you create. You can even collaborate with others now on Instagram, allowing 2 accounts to have a shared post. But the word collaborate and partner is creating something together and can have a meaningful approach. So reach out to someone and maybe start a hashtag or project together. And that can possibly reach more people. The final way I'll share today to connect with your audience on social media is using Instagram stories and Facebook stories as a mini vlog. There is a ton of information out there saying what's the best to use your Instagram stories for, but honestly, try out some things. What works for your audience and what doesn't? When you show the behind the scenes efforts of what you do day in and day out, that brings people in. It allows for them to be brought in and see that you are a real person. People relate to people, so don't lose the humanized approach. With these few tips and tricks, you're on your way to connect with people. And at the end of the day, if you're influencing one person, just one, you're making a difference. So don't focus on the numbers. While you may see egg influencers who have thousands following on social media, take it day by day. And know this resource is one of the many resources found on the National Ag Day website. Look through the resources with some content already created for you. Now you're tasked with creating value with the content that's there. So we chatted about what connections you can create through social media. Let's talk about what you can share. The website offers a ton of resources to share the story of American agriculture. This year is a special year for the National Ag Day, celebrating 50 years. A celebration is about recognizing and celebrating the contribution of agriculture in our everyday lives. Every year, producers, ag associations, universities, government agencies, and countless others in American agriculture join together to recognize the contributions of agriculture and encourages every American to understand how food and fiber products are produced, value the essential role of agriculture in maintaining a strong economy, and appreciate the role agriculture plays in providing safe, abundant, and affordable products. There's so much to share, many facts and numbers. Sometimes I personally get stuck. Where to start? While on the National Ag Day website, there are many helpful websites. Think about what you want to know about a different industry. How can you connect with some fun facts back to agriculture? Here's an example. One U.S. farm feeds 166 people annually in the U.S. and abroad. Grew up on a farm, work on one, or drive by one? Take a picture or video and share something like this. One farm feeds, on average, 166 people according to the American Farm Bureau Federation. Are you a veteran? Connecting with your audience can share this fun fact. Thanks to my friends at the American Farm Bureau Federation, they say 11% of U.S. farmers are serving or have served in the military, including me, if you've participated in that way. Wanting to talk about sustainability? A perfect way to tee up a sustainable way of reusing a product is sharing a fact from the American Farm Bureau Federation that Americans throw about 25% of the food they purchase for at-home consumption. There are many ways to connect with your audience, but at the end of the day, connect with your audience. Take it from this perspective. If someone were to come up to you saying, "I'm going to educate you today about hospitality," what would you say? Or would you be more open to hearing what they have to say if they said, "Today I am going to share with you how agriculture is a community to produce what you eat day to day"? If you are still stuck, one easy way to connect on Instagram is using the hard or cold stress balls, or animals you could say. They're easily found on trade shows, and I have quite a few. It's a great way to humanize your content instead of using stock photos or pictures of yourself. At the end of the day, we are all consumers of agricultural goods. How can you connect with your audience? Whether it's a conversation on social media or in person, you have the opportunity to influence someone. And if that's just one person, that's okay. You are making a difference. It's time for you to make a difference, to share your story on social media for National Ag Day. And year on for the many celebrations we have right here in agriculture. This video focused on connections. There are 2 other videos to assist in helping plan an ag advocacy event and how to gain confidence and what to know when speaking with legislators. There are many resources for you to get started and assist along the way. Along your journey, don't be overwhelmed, and know there are people like me here to support you. Don't hesitate to reach out and let's celebrate agriculture together. Thanks for tuning in and hope you watch the other 2 videos.